Well, this trip doesn't seem to be working out so well so far. So it is October in Appalachia, and of course the first day I'm able to get out with the camera and do one of these videos in the past 2 or 3 months. It is absolutely not the best day for it. It is raining, it is cold, but I believe that we're going to have maybe some decent scenery for some photography today. I hope so. So we are at Breaks Interstate Park today. And I just got here. It's about 8:30 in the morning. There's a ton of mist that's rolled in. And I'm just going to stop here at this overlook and see what there is to see. So there's some mist down in the valleys, but unfortunately I'm not in the valley right now. On top of a mountain at Breaks Interstate Park. I'm on the Park Ridge Trail, which I believe intersects with the Geological Trail, if you know the park at all. Which I don't know the park very well. I've been here a few times, not very many. We're going down the mountain. Hopefully we'll find some mist, because right now it's kind of the only opportunity we're going to have, I think, unless we get a nice forest scene for some decent photography this morning. But for now, I'm just on the lookout for anything with a little atmosphere, and if we can get some fall color into it as well, that'd be really nice. It's a really great shame that the weather turned out like it did. I wish it had been better. But those are the breaks, so to speak. Well, that trail was a bit of a bust. Not because it wasn't gorgeous down there, but I got all the way down there, and there's a group of hikers just kind of hanging out. There's a couple of spots where I thought might make for a decent shot, and probably would have in the right circumstances, the right conditions, but not today. But I'm not really to the point where I'm all that comfortable filming a video in front of a bunch of strangers. I mean, editing a video and uploading it to the internet for all the world to see if they so choose is one thing. I'm not going to see instant reaction from those folks. I'm not going to feel that awkward about it. But in front of a bunch of strangers down here in the middle of the forest. Plus they were talking politics. Alright, so I'm going to go back to the car now. I'm back up on the ridge. We're just going to see what else there is to do here. on a very wet and cool day that's very windy. I apologize if there's some wind noise in the microphone, but it's very windy up here on top of the ridge. The light is atrocious right now. Yeah, it's not good at all. But you never know. We came all this way, and if there's nothing to get, that's fine. That's just a 2-hour drive back home. Well, so there was another way back down into the Geological Trail, so that's some of the rocks that you're seeing right now, I guess. So I think this trail that I'm on right now, I saw the same people. I came back and circled around and came back down the other side of the mountain, and I saw the same people I ran into earlier. So apparently this is just a big loop trail, and it comes back up to the parking lot where the car is at. So I want to talk about, I guess, the first couple of shots that I got here. I got here early enough that the mist was still rolling down the valleys and up on the mountaintops, the hilltops. And there was some nice fall color at this overlook I stopped at. So the first one I took was just basically of some fall color. I really liked the composition of it with the outcropping of rock mixed with the fall color along with the mist rolling in the background. So the other shot was actually just on the other side of the overlook. I put on the 70 to 200 and zoomed in probably to 200 millimeters. I was probably zoomed in all the way because the focal point was quite a ways away. But again, it made for a nice layered shot, I thought, with kind of the mist, and you can see the different ridges in the composition. And I was really hoping, though, to get a good forest scene here. I seem like I shoot a lot of ridge tops. That's what I do a lot in landscape photography, and I really kind of wanted to practice something else, specifically a shot where the scene's a little bit more chaotic, like here in the forest. I was hoping some mist is going to roll in. It may still, you don't know. It's only, well, it's 10 o'clock. I don't know. And the rain's picking up, so who knows. I probably better go back to the car and get this camera in a dry place. But for now, I'll finish this trail, see what's going on. It's obviously not a long one. See what's going on and come back up to the car. Okay, so I think I found a composition in all this kind of chaos that I really like. You can see where over the years a lot of rock has fallen off the cliff here and settled in the forest floor. And in this particular shot, there's a tree. You can see it if I can get out of the way and not fall right on my shoulder here that curves up. And that really caught my eye as I was walking by it. And that's kind of what I'm going to be shooting. And you can see behind it also, there's 3 trees that jut out from behind the rock. So I'm going to shoot it vertically. Horizontal just wasn't doing it for me. And I really want the point of focus to be that tree. And I want it to lead into those other trees shooting up behind the rock and just kind of make it a kind of a coherent scene. I think it's going to work anyway. It looks good. It looks good on the screen. We'll find out what it looks like once I pull it off on the computer and take a look at it in Lightroom. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and take this shot. So yeah, I think that's going to turn out okay. Looks good on the screen. That's what you're looking for, right? Just something that looks good on the screen. So that's where you look at it anymore. Nobody prints things anymore. Just pull out your phone and look at the photographs that way. Makes me wonder why you go out and buy a $3,000 camera for all those megapixels just to look at it on your phone. Really need a new backpack. Really need to just splurge a little bit. Stop being so cheap and buy a decent backpack. I'm sporting a freebie I got when I bought a lens or something a couple years ago. I'm learning the more I get out on the trails and walk around, perhaps a good backpack would do me well. Yeah, something to think about. So something else I learned really quickly on the trail today, seriously gotta watch your step. I mean, I'm out here by myself. I'm not on a trail that's, I'm gonna be out here for days and days or anything like that. And it's probably a pretty well traveled trail and people are gonna see me on it, but these rocks today are seriously slick. I prefer not to fall. That's not me. So I think that is photography for the day. It's right around noon. The sun's definitely not going to be coming out anytime today, which at this point in the day it doesn't really matter. But I think, I've been here, this is my third time here I think. The first time was just with my wife and daughter, and we just kind of came and hang out. Let's fix that exposure a little bit bright. Okay, we just came and hung out and it was a nice visit. Second time I came out by myself for some sunset photography that now it's dark. That worked out okay. I think I got a keeper out of it. This time I think probably I got a couple of keepers out of what I shot. To be determined. You've already seen them at this point in the video though, so yeah, you can judge for yourself. Welcome back. It has been a long day. It's been quite a long day. I spent the first half of it on the Kentucky-Virginia border at Breaks Interstate Park, as you just saw, and it rained nearly the entire time. But it was still a lot of good fun with some photography, good experience. Like I said, figuring out the park, learning some new trails. Now I'm back, and it is evening, and the rain has stopped. It's no longer raining at all. And I'm back in my native Knott County, Kentucky home, and I'm on a hilltop somewhere close to Hindman, Kentucky, which is the county seat. But like I said, the rain has subsided and it's really left a lot of this just really gorgeous mist just hovering in the valleys and on the hillsides and in some cases on the ridges. And it's really blending in nicely with some of the fall color that's really turned. Here in Knott County, fall has really just taken off. You can see a lot of colors, especially up here on the hilltop where I am. So what I wanted to come up and do is try and capture maybe a couple of those scenes before it got too dark. Right now it's it's 6:30 actually. So sunset is in about half an hour. So I've got maybe just a few minutes of light left before I can got to call it a day. So I actually just moved maybe a few dozen yards from where I was at and set up. So what I'm looking at is the fog it's almost nighttime. It's getting ready to get dark. But the fog has started to settle down in the hollow, and it's made like this kind of backwards S shape. And it looks really nice, especially with the fall color going around here. So I'm gonna, same setup as before with the other one, I'm gonna shoot this scene real quick. Zeroed out, it's gonna be a little over 3 seconds. Get focused in. All right, we're focused. And 2-second timer, again, as always. Okay, that's pretty much what we got. There's no light here. I think I've lost a little bit of light. Yep. Let's fix this up. I mean, I'm at just for this video, I'm at 3200 ISO just to get a little bit of light on to me. But yeah, so that seems to be the night really this time. This time it really is the day for photography.